following content is a technical analysis on Molson Coors Brewing Company, a company of the consumer defensive sector and beverages and brewers here off the daily interval. And I believe we have met a key pivotal inflection point as far as a corresponding with a hard fundamental catalyst and from a technical analysis perspective, and what we have seen with the onslaught and a market that has punished Anheuser-Busch. And we have a similar situation as far as a mirror image as it gets. Coming from a technical perspective, just a nice clean gap, volume at price profile zone, and we have completely split the gap here. It would have been a lot more nicer if we had that solid daily candle close. Looks like we got bid up from the 5,300 minute moving average there. But again, just a key inflection point. Whereas we could even have a snapback rally right back up to that 62.78 gap resistance right up above, offering an objective short trade entry, if not get out of your longs. And the bull traders, the buyers, they want to see a false breakdown. They want to see the 350 moving average heavily defended and a solid daily candle close right back up above that 62.78 gap resistance. As far as that nice clean risk reward ratio, you're going to have a nice clean short trade setup. Spur right back down to that 60.36 price support for a 3% drop. If we overshoot the gap support there, have a failed breakout, right back, more than likely touching that 50 exponential moving average, corresponding with a complete gap, right back into that gap off the August 2022 top of the gap there for a 5.7% crash. Down to 57.06 for an 8% crash, corresponding with the 50-day moving average. We overshoot that down to 55.73 price support for a 10.5% crash. And if we ultimately take that out, that is some pretty darn good support there. We overshoot that, then it's on down to that 200-day moving average. And I believe really quickly, as a matter of fact, we'll probably get a huge overshoot with a stronger wave of selling, taking out the 55.73 price support there, with a huge washout of leverage, in my opinion. All the way back to that primary uptrend line here off the November reactionary 2021 lows there. And that would be good for a 17.5% crash there. Now that is really the mother of all support levels going off that trend line. This primary trend line, just a plethora, multitude of reactionary lows right across the board. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 times that reactionary low has been heavily defended amongst bull traders and long traders. So again, if you're a long-term believer in Molson Coors Brewery, you believe in them in the long term, then so these are some of your key levels to dollar cost average down below. But if we snap that primary uptrend line here, that's when I would suspect a secondary sell signal and a massive, huge washout, stops, margin calls to go off. And really what's more significant here is we have a confirmed bearish crossovers on the moving average convergence oscillator as well. Honing down to potentially go down towards the zero lines, and we got a huge red candle close right below the oscillator histogram, which is pretty solid. We haven't seen something of that magnitude really going back since December of 2022, where we had that pretty big sell-off down, which was good for a double-digit 12.5% crash. Again, you have to look back, looking back amongst just the magnitude of this red candle close on the oscillator histogram. You'd have to go all the way back. Right, September 2021 again, which was good for a double-digit correction of 15.4% crash. Take it right back again, and we had a substantial correction right off of May in the spring of 2022, which again was good for a double-digit 10% crash there. Oh, you can see it's been a pattern that has continuously paid off for short sellers in the long run there. So we'll see what happens. It just at a key pivotal crossroad here, and I would only suspect more sell-offs to begin if we solidly stay below the 62.78 price resistance. And if my fundamental analysis proves to be correct, I would only suspect markets will smell blood.